Hey everyone, today we're taking a quick tour of my first save file in Valheim. The world name is Sovereign Guard, and this was my first playthrough through Valheim. Here is my first home. Alright, so from the entryway here, this was pretty much what I had in the beginning, was just a small box just to house myself in the first couple nights. And then I expanded in each direction. I believe I started going off in this direction to get the kitchen first, which I am very happy with still. This took some time to get my head around the building mechanics of all, like, you know, how high you can go, what kind of shapes you can make. And this was just a really cozy space I really enjoyed making. A couple bunks back here for any of the players that decided to join me at the time. I had two other Vikings pop in and out up until the Ashlands. They were a great help for collecting all of the materials needed for some of the bases I made up ahead. So from the entryway there, I've gotten upstairs through the back way. I've got exposed staircases leading to my bedroom up here. Nice little chimney flute kind of going up through. I'm really impressed with this. I'm surprised it worked. It's a very small gap, and the smoke just flows right up and over. I don't get smoked out here. I was real happy with that. Nice little view of a building I never finished. Yeah, that's my first base. I was real happy with it. I spent a lot of time just trying to get the detail just right, just figuring things out, and, you know, being humbled by the building mechanics in Valheim. Yeah, she's not the best build, but she was my first one. And I'm still proud of it. I also made this bridge here during the Copper Tin Age, the Bronze Age. This was huge for getting the access to another black forest around here. It was great to run the cart back and forth. That really accelerated my time through the Bronze Age. But this base was great. It was a very home, cozy feeling that I don't think I could ever really replicate ever again. I spent so much time on this base, trying to give it depth and dimension. So I haven't killed Fader on this world, but technically the playthrough I'm doing right now actually has a character that has better skills than my first character. I've done a better job of staying alive. Alright, so a quick walk through the forest here, and I'll be running up to my next structure. So halfway through the forest trail here, I've got a little doggo hut. When I tamed 2-star wolves, I wanted to keep some backups just in case something terrible happened. Continuing on through the forest here. Alright, so around the Iron Age, I decided to make another main base, and a courtyard to go along with it. I had the help of 2 other Vikings for material collection, and they were a massive help. I couldn't have done this without them. So we'll start off in my portal room here. We got a little portal hub, nothing too fancy. Alright, so from the portal room here, we've got a nice little courtyard. Chicken coop on the left, comfort buff room in the middle here. A little garden on the left. So we'll scope out the little comfort room. This was just a stretch to see how high I can build. This was just... I needed somewhere to put all the comfort buffs because I didn't want to crowd too much of my main base. And I just wanted a dedicated resting spot. Alright, so from this tower of a comfort room here we got the chicken coop. Nothing too special. A couple braziers to keep the eggs warm, and they do their thing. The chickens are happy. Got a garden next to it, and then we've got the forge area. I built an outdoor kind of forge barn looking thing, just with a big old vent on the top. I like the look of it. open air barn style. Alright, got the second base entryway here, first floor. We got the kitchen and the crafting room on the opposite side. Plenty of storage. Everything we need to keep it going. You could tell I was a fan of the open air builds. I never really had a problem with the raids, because I always went outside to confront them. So up here we got the bunks. And then, just past the hall, I've got my personal quarters with a great view. And down there, we got the boathouse and my third build, which is just out of render distance. Yeah, this base was nice. I like the open air feel to it. It got me up into the Mistlands. I was really happy with it. Like I said, I was more proud of the interior rather than the exterior. It looks good from certain angles. Alright, on to the next build. Which is just down the road here. Alright, so I got 2 more builds up ahead, just down the windy path from my second main base up there, where we just were. So we'll go to this build first, which is just a very crude boathouse that never really got utilized. Oh, he is still here. We got a Grey Dwarf, kinda, you know, check in. You know, making sure you got your boating license or whatever. But yeah, it's just a really cool dock I used occasionally. Didn't really serve much purpose other than that. I really like the holding, like the boats holding in the upper rafters. So once you get to the Ashlands, you pick up so many new ingredients and materials that you pretty much need to make a whole new base to keep them in. So I did just that. Short and sweet, everything's kind of close and nearby. I got everything within arm's reach, basically. Not too crazy about the design, but I do like the little bump outs on each square. I'm just really happy with the kitchen. Upstairs here, we got my lounge. Small little comfort set. Place to sleep. And that's about it. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in and tagging along. It was really cool to visit my old builds and just kind of see the time capsule of the save file again. I haven't been in this save file in like 2 years. I've been really busy with my current playthrough of Valheim, and I've been recording and posting that. If that interests you, I will link it in the description. I also have a gaming ambiance playlist on Spotify, which I'll also link if you're just into listening to video game music. And in my current episode of Valheim, I just got the Staff of Embers. Huge milestone. Love it. Had a lot of fun. Throwing fireballs. Great time. You should tag along. Take it easy.